Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Our chapter is human coordination and we are still discussing about the various sense organs. So in a previous video, we covered the tongue as the sense organ. We discussed its various parts and the various adaptations of the tongue to its functions. So today let's move on to the other sense organ, that is the organ that is responsible for the sense of the smell. So smelling is quite obtained by the nose. So the nose is the one that detects the smell of various things. Now, the cavity of the nose is the one that is lined up with the mucous membrane that have these small receptors connected. Now, these small receptors that are connected to the olfactory nerves are the ones that carry out the various smells that can be identified by the nose or by these receptors. Now, the smells themselves, they consist of vapors of various substances. So the smells which are detected by these receptors consist of vapors that of various. The smell receptors, they interact with the molecules of these vapors and they transmit the sensations to the brain. Now, the smell receptors are sensitive to the 7 types of sensations that can be characterized as follows. There's camphor, there's musk, there's flower, there's mint, there's ether, there's acrid, and then there's putrid. So these are just the sensations that they can be obtained by the receptors. Now, the sense of smell is sometimes temporarily lost when a person has a cold. So, a cold can be a contributor to losing a sense of smell. Dogs have a sense of smell that is way many times more sensitive than the humans or than the humans. Now, here is the diagram of the human nose, label diagram of the human nose, and here are some around here, and there's of snow. So over here, the other one, the frontal sinus. All these are they are, we cannot see these receptors for the smell. So this is just a simple diagram of the human nose. Now let's move on to the explanation. So when we want to smell food, simply we draw air high up into the nasal cavity where the chemicals come into contact with the hairs on the sensory nerves. Now different chemicals are the ones that stimulate different sensory cells and nervous impulses are set up which pass along the nerves to the brain to be interpreted. So that's what happens in terms of detecting of the smell. Now, when our nose is blocked with cold, our food may also become tasteless because we no longer smell it. So, smell has a huge contribution to obtaining the taste of the various foods. Now, let's see the various adaptations of the nose to its functions. The nose is adapted to its functions by processing the following features. The first, some of them, they've shown that there are olfactory nerves, which they can process from the nose to the olfactory lobes of the brain for interpretation. So, this is the first adaptation of the nose, containing these olfactory nerves, which are the ones that carry the various impulses from the nose that you obtained from the receptors to the olfactory lobes of the brain for the interpretation of what is being smelled. The other adaptation that there is presence of mucus secreting cells, which possibly they produce the mucus that keep the surface of the nose moist. So the surface of the nose has to be moist enough. There is presence of these mucus secreting cells, which they produce this mucus that help to keep the surface of the nose moist or just to keep the surface of the nose from drying out. The other adaptation, this presence of hairs in the nose helps the nose to trap dust particles in the other foreign body. To trap the dust particles that can be carried out when trying to smell or that can be found in air and other foreign bodies. Now, when the mucus is blown out from the nose, it just carries the dust and the other foreign bodies with it, thus preventing the olfactory organs from the damaging. So that's all I have. Also, we've seen briefly its various parts with the briefly labeled diagram, and we've seen some of the adaptations.